Alright, what's up y'all, Take a Fan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to showcase the #1 center build when it comes to comp, pro-am, and NBA 2K22 Next Gen. So, if you want to check out the point guard video, we did that yesterday. If you guys are enjoying this series, I'm going to continue it and keep on doing the locks, then the shooting guards, then the power forwards, and so on and so on. Obviously, that's all there is. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to the noties, all that good stuff, and like always, try us with 500 likes. So, to introduce you to the build that we're talking about in today's video, it's the 7'2" glitch metric. Now, I talked about this in a recent video comparing the 7'3" to the 7'2" metric, and they're both very comparable. It's kind of the same thing, but the 7'2" gives you a little bit more variety as far as getting elite standing contact dunks, more vertical, more physicals just in general as far as speed goes. The negative to this in comparison to the 7'3" is it's a little bit smaller. So it says 7'2", but it's really 7'1.5" to be completely honest with you. That's kind of just how the metric stuff works, whereas a 7'3" default is literally just 7'3". So this is pretty much like an 1.5 inches shorter than the actual 7'3" build. But anyway, again, this is what you're looking at for the meta center build. It's what nearly, I would say, 80 to 90% of people run when it comes to comp 5s and just matchups and Hall of Fame, WR leagues and stuff like that. So competitive pro-am, 7'2" glitch metric is what you see most of the time. Again, 7'3s, you see it every now and then. But anyway, 7'2", 235 on the weight, 8-foot wingspan. I will showcase how to actually create this in the metric system, but we'll showcase that at the end of the video. I don't want to go through all the boring setup process and stuff like that if most people who are watching the video don't really care about that. But again, at the end of the vid, I will showcase how to actually set up so you can get these ratings right here on a 7'2" glitch metric. So to look at the physicals, once again, 75 vertical, which is so much higher than a regular 7'3". Same with the fact that you get 65 speed instead of around 61 on a 7'3". Now, aside from physicals, there's nothing that really makes this that much more special than the 7'3", other than the fact that you do get more than 74 driving dunk, or for that matter, I think the 7'3" gets 72. So doing so allows you to get silver limitless takeoff, which gives you the best animation you can get out of quick drops. It's a little bit convenient for the sake of just driving, dunking as a center. If your point guard hits you on a slip and you're a little bit far out from the paint or anything like that, you will still get good quick drops animations, but it's a little bit rare that you end up in those situations anyway. Now, with the 7'2", people suggested in the other video that I actually put shooting on the 7'2" because they were just like, I mean, I don't know. I don't see why some people believe that you have to have an outside center for comp pro-am. Most point guards that you work with are going to be very well equipped when it comes to sideways movement and creating openings for you in the paint, and it's rare that you really see people who even drive like that in the pro-am. But anyway, for those who maybe play at a less competitive rate or for rec center, or for that matter, if you play with a lot of guards that like to drive, then I do understand. I think a shooting big actually makes a little bit of a difference. Now, I think 71 3-pointer is doable from a badge sense. Is it makeable though in the sense of actually playing pro-am? Yes, I think so, but more as a corner spot up. I don't know how well you're going to do off pick and pops or anything like that. If you want to invest more into shooting, that's totally up to you. I can't really get that much more 3-pointer on this build though, with the fact that you have the maxed out wingspan and that you're still 7'2", so 8-foot wingspan doesn't really go a long way, and you can't even get Hall of Fame sniper with upgrading mid-range. It doesn't go to 80 mid, so you'd have to lower your wingspan in turn, which is going to make you worse at rebounding, worse at shot blocking, worse at interior defending, make some of your attributes go down in that regard. So it's, in my opinion, not really worth to go that far into shooting, because again, I don't even think it's that important when it comes to pro-am. You can see you are still able to have things like 93 close shot, the driving dunk that we talked about, 90 standing dunk, which is enough to give you elite contact dunk packages as well, and again, that goes in pair with 75 vertical, which allows you to do that. And then from a playmaking standpoint, this is actually another thing that makes the 7'2" glitch metric a little bit special. So if you actually do upgrade ball handle, you can get enough ball handling to get bronze glue hands. Now, if that's valuable to you as a center, you can totally go for it. I think honestly, like I said, to be completely real with you guys, I don't think you need to be a shooting big at all when it comes to pro-am in this game. There's not that much need for spacing, with the fact that mashing is so overpowered and really good. Offensive rebounding is extremely important as well as a center, and you need them down there. So your bigs need to be near the rim very often in this game. That's just how I feel, and it's a little bit taking away from things sometimes to be popping all over the place as a shooting center. And again, even if a guard drives, the center can still follow in. Like most times, the guard can just drive if the hedge guy is playing way too high. You don't need to have a shooting center to allow your guard to drive past that. It's literally as simple as that. So anyway, again, if you want to take this off, you can put it into other things like post control. You could have a little bit more driving layup. You could have bronze glue hands, stuff like that. You could upgrade your steal rating even more than just 60 for just the baseline of getting silver interceptor, but this still goes to 67 if you would like it to as well. Acceleration, not important. Acceleration only deals with having the ball in your hand, so it's essentially the same thing as speed with ball to an extent, or the same factor as speed with ball. It doesn't affect your off-ball defense. It doesn't affect your off-ball movement or anything like that on offense. It's just standard, straight like that. So this right here is the meta build. So again, because we're going to be showcasing how to create it, I don't want to spend too much time talking about the badge loadouts, but with only 21 finishing, you are a little bit limited. That is what's nice to have post control on a little bit, and that's why I feel like it is convenient to not be an outside center. But again, I think a lot of people advocate and they vouch for having shooting on your build, and it makes sense. I mean, you'll be able to go to the corner if people want to run 5 out, which once again is not good in this year's game when it comes to Pro-Am, but if you're playing outside of Pro-Am, it still factors in a little bit to be able to shoot the ball. And again, I just want to let you guys know, 5 out, it's not very reliable or good. There's not enough spacing. People can pinch really hard off the wings, and it's just tough, man. Now, if you are a little, like, you know, dunk stick demon and you're coming out here with like down on the stick with contact dunks, it might be a little bit different. It actually is pretty capable to do so, but you're gonna have to get good with dotting, and obviously this is a guy that you're dotting off of if you're playing point guard. So long story short, I don't think 5 out is that good, but this build still allows you to run it if you would like to. So there's your options. However, let's say that you follow the guidance of what I'm talking about and you actually don't create an outside center and you want to make the 7-2 glitch metric as an inside. Well, this is where it allows you to play a couple more factors into your build. You can add the post control, like I said, you max out your steal rating, you actually upgrade your interior defense by 1, which gives you this extra badge point, and then on top of that too, you guys probably saw, I didn't have my defensive rebounding max. The reason for that is if you take the O board down, it drops that badge off, but if you take the D board down, it doesn't. Now here's the difference though. If you max out both rebounding attributes, you actually get Hall of Fame rebound chaser for only 5 instead of 6. So you're really still getting an extra defensive badge, which does go a long way. You might think you don't need 40 defensive badges. You might even think I'm not even going to put any extra defensive badges on my build. For that matter, I wish I could have put my extra badges on shooting, because then that could go a longer way. And I don't have to only settle for 10. You could add the extra 4. You could add even more that you get for the season goals and stuff like that of hitting level 39. And just like you know it, at that point you have 18 shooting badges on that build that only has 71 3-pointers. So I understand all of that perspective, but at the same time, I think you can really go a long way with this stuff. If you wanted, you could still upgrade your driving layup. Also, you see I actually was able to upgrade the ball handling on this, so now you have bronze glue hands as well. And you still have a little bit of reliability of having the ball in your hands. I don't think you ever really want to take it and go with like something with speed with ball or acceleration for your upgrades, but you could still go to the point of upgrading this driving layup. Like I said, you can get like 30 finishing badges just by going to 76 like that. You could go higher on close shot. It's debatable. I'm going to go ahead and drop this and show you guys the difference of this, and you're going to see it's very hard to max out. It's extremely expensive. You could still get 99 though, but to tell the truth with you, I don't really think you need 99. As you can see, you get every important badge at literally this threshold right here. So for getting 92, you get Mouse in the House on Hall of Fame. At 93, you get Grace Under Pressure on Hall of Fame. And after that, all you're really working for is Hook Specialist. And who really cares about this on Hall of Fame level? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think it matters that much. So overall, I think you can really just settle for having 93 close shot. As you can see, it actually upgrades your mid-range with it when you upgrade it like that. So just make sure you do only have this 43 mid-range if you do upgrade like that and you want to stay as an inside center. Other than that though, like I said, I really do think you could just go with the driving layup, get your 30 finishing badges. Having the driving layup on is pretty nice and comfortable to have as well. If you want to go with 75 driving enough for some more dunk packages, you could do that as well. But overall, this is where we've kind of capped out on the importance of other ratings. So like you take your free throw up as high as you can go without forcing mid-range up or anything like that. So that's 88 right there. Post control, you don't really get any extra badges for going that much higher. You get 1 extra, so I don't even think it's worth. 82 is very comfortable rating to go with, in my opinion. And then again, I don't really think you need to go higher on close shot. I think driving dunk is at a pretty comfortable area. You don't get any extra finishing badges for anything that's worth it for going with standing dunk. So at this point, it's up to you. Do you want speed with ball? Do you want acceleration? Or do you want to maybe just max out your block rating and go higher on interior defense or something like that and just be even better of an interior defender? It's totally up to you. If it were me, I would maybe say at this point you've invested a decent amount into ball handle, so you could just take this block rating back off, go into speed with ball, maybe, debatably. I don't know if it's really worth though, just considering you have your acceleration down. So overall, this is totally up to you as to that last little piece of the build or anything like that. But either way, you have 30, 15, and 40 with this count right here. If you want to go with the outside, still go for it too. It's totally up to you. I just think the 7-2 mold is probably the best center build you're going to get, and going with something like this is really tough, bro. I mean, if you look at the ratings on this and all the badge counts, it's going to be so much more affordable off the fact that you have this extra rebound rating, or for the block, the fact that you still have 98. It makes rim protector cheaper and gives you the extra badge point as well. 40 goes a long way, man. I mean, you can add all these badges up. You got things like box, brick wall, chase down artist. You have worm, rim protector, rebound chaser, intimidator, silver interceptor, even pogo stick is nice to have. Hustler, a huge impact badge for rebounding as well. It goes a long way to have a lot more defensive badges, and if you can max all of these out, or at least run them on gold for things like pogo stick, or even intimidator might have to take a little budget if you only stay at 40, but overall, like I said, it's really nice to have those extra finishing badges and defensive badges. As for the takeovers, I would highly suggest you just run Box Out Wall. I was running See the Future for a while, but Box Out Wall is really tough, bro. It's so good combined with the fact of running Worm on Hall of Fame or Gold or anything like that as well. And for that matter, I only had Bronze Worm and I was still getting the Worm, like just animations and stuff like that when I had Takeover on. So in case anybody doesn't know, Box Out Wall still allows you, as you can see, to swim around them to secure more rebounds or to block out stronger players. So long story short, it helps you with box outs and with worms at the same time. And it works on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. So for that matter, I think it's a really good takeover, and See the Future is definitely the second best. I think after that, Stuff Blocks and Paint Intimidation are solid, but they're not really worth running. But again, that's my opinion right there. Feel free to let me know yours in the comments if you'd like to. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and show the process of how to actually create this build now. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys with me step for step with this. You're going to want to come out to the menu, hit this Features tab, go to Settings, in case anybody doesn't know how to actually set up the metric. So you're going to go down to Units of Measurement, switch to Metric instead of the Imperial, and now here you are. You get a whole different set of different attribute ratings you can put on different builds, give it different heights and stuff like that. So now, as you can see, this build is listed at 2.17. We're not going to completely set that up though. We're going to be doing a little bit of some different stuff right here. So check this out. We're going to come in here. We're going to create a center. Go ahead and just create whatever handness and jersey number that you want. It is what it is. Now, there are processes to this. You're going to go ahead and start by dropping your weight to 97 kg. And then you can up your height to 2.17. And as you can see, it's going to force your weight up a little bit with it, but that's okay. And then after that, we're going to go wingspan 2.39. Here you are. You're going to go ahead and just create this build right here and go ahead and just max out all different types of attribute ratings. You can just literally put any different thing on as much as you want. It doesn't matter. This is not your build right now. You're just setting in stone this height, this weight, this wingspan for this build right here. And then you're going to edit it when you get back to the Imperial system. So again, go ahead and just upgrade anything you want. You just put whatever takeovers on it. You can go ahead and go over to edit build. It's on the far right here. Don't hit start my career. Don't test build. Just hit an edit build. Now you're going to go ahead and back out all the way. Just remember what save file you have it as. It's 2.17 right here. It's this 102 kg right here. And boom, just come back to the menu, go to the features, hit the settings, come back down to the Imperial and metric system, switch it back to Imperial, and now here you are. You're just going to go ahead and change it to whatever height, weight, wingspan that you want. Simple as that. And again, this is the build we're looking at right here. It's the number 44 guy. Just it could be whatever increment of just figuring out which build it is that you want to go by. But anyway, now like I said, we're gonna go ahead and change this. We're gonna go up to 8-foot wingspan. We're gonna put the weight to exactly what you need for Hall of Fame rebound chasers. So as you're gonna see, it's gonna be right here at 235. And this is still going to allow you to have 75 vertical. This is what makes the build special. So now you can see if you were to go to 236, you don't have the 75 vertical, which doesn't give you elite big man contact dunks. It is a pretty cool thing to have. It's pretty game changing. And for that matter, it still implements a whole lot of different other ratings that you can apply. And as you can see, hitting that 235, it gives you that 99 rebounding. And there you go. That's literally all you need. I would also change this to built right here. You do not want a slight center. I don't think anybody wants that. So I'd probably go with built or define. It's totally up to you. As you can see, define makes your wingspan longer. Built makes you more burly. So it is what it is. You can pick whichever you want. But I don't know if it really matters like that. It is an interesting thing though, as far as like a lock versus like center aspect goes. So anyway, that's all video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, for drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all good stuff. Like always, try one to 500 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video, put 7-2 in the comments so Sportsman all the way through. And again, if you guys want to see more of this stuff, you want to see the lockdown build next, you want to see the shooting guards and power forwards as well, because I think those are kind of the less popular videos. But if you guys specifically want to see what I would suggest as far as Pro-Am builds when it comes to shooting guard or power forward, I'll totally be down to give you my insight on that. But again, I just need to see your guys' impact on this, the views, the likes, all types of stuff like that. It's the business at the end of the day, obviously. So I want to make what people want to see. So if you guys do want to see these builds and you want to see the locks, the shooting guards, the power forwards, just let me know in the comments as well. Or I'll just keep judging it by the outcome of the video and the production that it does and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And other than that, take these, man. Peace.